Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Up next, a contest that keeps things all in the NFC between the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles. Jake Elliott is out ready to kick this one away. And away we go at the link. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Cowboy 80.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
19 tight. Warriors 70.
From the gun, Milrow. A lot of space ahead. And Milrow goes into the slide with enough yardage there to pick up that first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Let's go.
First down throw here from Milrow. Buying some time left. Horton down the field, and he's got it. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. And go play action here. It's Milrow. Bails out of the pocket quick. And this is going to call incomplete in the end zone. Wanted it all right there. Now we've got to regroup for 2nd down.
There's a lot of studies done every offseason, Kate, about the best red zone offenses. And typically, it's about creative quarterbacks doing just what he tried to do right there in extending the play out of the pocket. The problem is there was just nowhere for him to go with the ball.
Back to 60.
This is Walker on second. And they'll find ahead for a few. It's 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And that's a touchdown, at least for the moment, Brock. But there's a flag out there. I think that they might wipe this one away. Well, you never want a penalty to take a touchdown off the board, but nobody to blame but himself here. This one's on him.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where you point a finger at somebody else, there's 3 pointing right back at you, and in this case, it was all on him. Just losing sight of where he was on the field, and he and his team lose a touchdown.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Return starts at the 9. He's got a lane up past the 30. They're going to track him down, but a nice effort in the end there, Brock. He's up to the 38. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Design keeper here for Hurts. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. Second down coming up. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too. Defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
60 Maverick.
This time looking to throw. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's third down. And I'm just going to assume, Brock, we're going to see a more aggressive defense here after the amount of points these guys gave up last week.
Yeah, that performance was not up to standard, but this looks a whole lot more like it attacking the pass, not just playing the defense, but go knock the ball away.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Throw here, third down. Oh, put some heat on this deep ball. That's grabbed inside the 30. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. This play goes for 36. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Pulls it at the 7. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles finish off their opening drive. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. First and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. They'll cobble together a yard there. Big Jordan Davis getting there for the tackle.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9.
Come on, come on. 6 the Eagles, 6 the Eagles.
Shotgun now for Milrow. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Let's go now. Hawk 7, Panther 11, Panther 11. Go.
Milrow throwing on third down. Puts a little too much into this one. That's too high. Brings up fourth down.
We know in this league you can't start every game with scoring drives, but I think that's a clear picture of why you don't keep this drive sustained. Got to execute on the most important down, and that's third down.
Brings it in at the 12. And he'll scrape together what he can on the return. He gets it back to the 20.
Ready.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's first and 10.
Ready. 60 by 6. Warriors 70. Cup 19. Cup 19.
They'll throw to begin this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be escorted out right along that 35-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Well, you love when you can go from first down to first down, Brock. It makes things easy for an offense, and it is the primary reason that he gets looks that he does.
Every touch he gets has a solid chance of working out just like that. It's why many of these first quarter looks have his name all over them.
And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
First down.
79 Broncos.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
He's going to throw it. Seahawks swarming him, and down he goes. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third down here, need 8 on the play.
Here we go. Shot.
Here he goes, third and long. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Great pass there from the rookie out of Georgia, and a new set of downs for him, too. New set of downs for him from the 31. First down, a run with Barkley. Solid run in here. That's 9 yards as he brings up second down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that first down marker.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down.
Cowboy 80. 69.
So before they can get set and snap it, the clock runs out on quarter one. 7-3 is our score. We'll return to the link right after this.
On the set.
Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good drive. Here's another carry for Barkley. And they're going to have first and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. Some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal.
Let's go. 19 shots. 19, 18. Let's go.
They're going to run with Barkley. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on first and goal. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuck in the run.
Forced out to his right. He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup. Yeah. Unless you're already committed to going for it on fourth, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
They've held him out twice. Here we go. Third and goal.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready.
Back to throw. And it's incomplete on third and goal.
That's one of those third down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Elliott connects there. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Milrow. Buying some time right. Wow, wide open here, complete. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. A pickup there of 39. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
This defense did the best they could to track him as he ran all the way across the field, but eventually, you're just going to lose him. And that's when a completion was made and turned it into a significant gain.
They send a receiver in motion right. Milroe with it on first. Flushed out of the pocket. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 26.
Here we go. Here we go.
Walker now from the gun. Second down run gets him 5. Now they've got third down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
19.
Third and short, it's Milroe. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Eagles get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
That is just a big-time individual effort, Kate, defensively. First, he takes the ball away, and then he's looking for points, right? He turns from defense to offense, and one more move, and he might have broken it to the house.
Ready, straight, Bronco 80.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. 25 on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
This one's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for second down.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays. Well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down. All set to go now from the 35.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
Trying to throw this from the gun. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive.
Jake Elliott on for the point after.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid, let him run.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. All set for the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. First and 10. Okay, now, as the defense got to him, that's an incomplete pass.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's second and 10. Milroe from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's Milroe, first and 10. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's a sack on first down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on second.
Ready, set.
It's second down.
Ready. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Back now, pressure coming. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. And he's taken down at the 30.
On the ball now.
Offensive line fast.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
That's good for our Seahawks. First down.
They'll work against the blitz. Short pass brought in. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Let's go. Ready.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. And Smith and Jigba on the quick slant. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
First and 10 at the 12-yard
Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected the decision-making there. Coming off a kick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, he just took his medicine.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down.
Ready. 18 Pioneer. Hawk 70. Hawk 7. Mustang 19. Ready.
3rd and long for him here. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Jason Myers now going to try to knock this through for the Seahawks. He connected once and a good chance here. This is inside of 35.
Hey, facing a deficit, it's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room. They will welcome those 3 points. A little bit of feel-good momentum.
Cyclone fixes the kickoff for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. And he's not going to escape. The Seahawks brought the pressure, and they got him. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Yeah, this is a time where offensively you got to regroup. You got to get in that huddle. You know, and quarterback is the most important leadership position. Everyone's looking at you. And as a QB, after taking a sack like that, you got to flush it, instill some confidence, and move this ball forward.
Now Seattle going to call its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
19 Tiger, 19 Dragon 60. Let's go.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
70 Timberwolves.
Throwing now on 1st down. They connect on the deep shot. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Oh, he got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. And he scores. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles get more points to end a lopsided first half. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Eagles push their lead to 18. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line.
Okay,
19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it.
here we go. Set.
First down throw here from Milrow. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And the Eagles get to it. They get a little extra on top of that fumble recovery as they take possession.
And there is nothing like a defense taking the ball away for you. Right? It's all about the ball. It's all about, you hear me preach that all the time. Get the ball back. When they get the ball back, a little extra bonus on that return as well.
They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Going all the way to the end zone here. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles get more points to end a lopsided first half. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. One after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles grow their lead yet again.
31, Seahawks 6. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready?
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down.
Ready? 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready up.
They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. And that kick returner he took matters in his own hands.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd and 10, and they'll stick to the air. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
70, Hawk 70.
Barkley gets it on 3rd down. Decent work on the run, but not enough for the first. The stop is made in time. It's 4th and short. The Eagles are in punt formation. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his first of this game away. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. We go play action here. It's Milrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Shotgun now for Milroe. Finds his man over the middle. And that will not be enough for a first down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Milroe throwing on third down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that third down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
Trying for it with Milroe. This is Cox. That's Cox. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. What a play on fourth down. Give him the first after a gain of 27.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
We've got a man in motion. Milroe with it on first. This is brought in. Big gain for Smith and Jigba. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks struck the second half with some needed points. Jackson, Smith and Jigba with the touchdown. Myers gets the point after the go. And the Seahawks make it an 18-point game. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
At their own 28-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. But that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Come on. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Go.
Now looking to throw. And he overshoots his man. It's incomplete.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Got it. Ready?
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
Ready. Hurt. Ready.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop it. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. As that running back's come up with more than he's used to on third down, and he made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly, but he sure made that one look routine.
He's throwing deep to the left side. And he's got it in close. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles can make it a 4-score game as they lead by 24. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles continue piling on to this lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Milroe. He rolls to his right. Horton down the field, and he's got it. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. How about a big hitter, 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
From the gun, Milrow escapes the pocket. That throw behind his intended target.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer. Extend plays, be creative, try different things, because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. Going deep here for the end zone. And he's got it in the end zone for the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks make it an 18-point game.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Fields this one at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10.
Get it. Dragon 60, 75, go.
Quickly on a shotgun handoff. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
79 Broncos. Count.
Throwing from the gun. Looking for his back, but it will not find him. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
18 Rattlers. Come on. Set. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Throw here, 3rd down. Seahawks swarming him, and down he goes. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down. They'll send out the punting unit. Wow, tremendous punt here. This one's looking great, angling towards the sideline. And that gets out of bounds down inside the 20. It looks to be at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Go! Lightning and
Milrow from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he's tackled for a 4th gain.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Here's Milrow to throw. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right, you've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
They get it right back. That's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Sisco.
Must be paying these guys a day rate, not the hourly rate, because it took them just 1 play to answer interception for interception. We're right back, basically, to where we were 2 snaps ago, but with a whole lot of excitement in between.
1st and 10 from the 32. Back to work after throwing the pick. Headed out right. Called in by Arroyo on the right side. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. And goes to the hurry up here.
And the Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Walker on 1st down. Through the defense it goes. Room to burn. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30.
It's a gain of 31 yards. That's another
This is the end of the third quarter. It's not quite over yet, but it'd take a pretty miraculous comeback. We've got a 3-score game as we get set to start the fourth quarter.
Got it. Ready?
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Here's Milrow, 1st and 10. Connects on the crosser. They get this down to the 7-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I just don't know how you play defense, Kate, and some of the guys in the league today. How can you balance defending somebody who can run for it or throw it right over your head? These dual-threat QBs, they're a nightmare.
On the red zone now. Bails out of the pocket quick. And that's incomplete, but I do see some laundry on the field. Let's see what this flag is all about. So the offense was right to be walking backwards. The flag does go against them. Could that penalty come back to haunt him? It's another 2nd and goal. Now they're going to throw out of the gun. On the move, headed right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out. Brock kicks 3rd and goal.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. What's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Trap 50, trap 60. Ready, right?
3rd and long for him here. And he's going to have the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks parlay the interception into points. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. One after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks make it an 11-point ball game. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Come on, come on.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Dumps it off to his running back. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
That's good for an Eagles.
Here we go.
1st down.
Cowboy 80.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard
Check
line.
mash. Check mash. Mustang 19. Ready.
Straight ahead. Here's Barkley. And this run is going to push him inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
2nd down, looking for options. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
18. First down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Viking 18.
Here's Saquon. And they send it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Four yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6.
Ready.
Quick to the left, it's caught. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Eagles push their lead to 18.
Seahawks 27.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. And they're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive.
Ready, set.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Throwing here, Milroe. That's dropped underneath, Walker. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Offense in the hurry up here. 1st down throw here from Milroe. That's completed right side. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. They get 27 on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first. Offense up to the line fast.
19, Cut 19, cut 19. Trap 50, trap 50.
Shotgun now for Milroe. Finds him on the slant. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Working quickly here. From the red zone on 1st. Brings it in. That's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks get it back to within 2 possessions. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. His 4th receiving score of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks make it an 11-point ball game. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Running right, it's Barkley. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles nearing their 2nd win of the campaign. 8 yards to go, and let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Go! Hawk 70, Hawk 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Warriors 70.
Pass play now. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. A nice 7-yard pickup there. It's going to be 4th and 2. Now whistles and a timeout taken quickly by the defense. 1:50 left to go. Punt team on the field. Tommy Townsend will kick it away. I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. Offense to the line. Trips left. Here comes 1st and 10.
Here we go. Strike. 19.
Now it's Milroe. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
He had it for a moment, but a defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Milroe throwing again now on second down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Cooper caught the intended receiver. So now it's going to be third and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
18, Rodney, 18. Come on.
Throwing now. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. Fourth down coming up.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on third down than they did on second. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Need a touchdown and a field goal. Looks like they want the tougher part first. The offense going for it on fourth down. This is Cox. That's Cup. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. What a play on fourth down. Give him the first after a gain of 27.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
Milroe with it on first. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. Throwing now, Milroe. Horton down the field, and he's got it. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Down a couple of scores. Those 2 timeouts they've got left are going to be crucial. Here's first down. Working inside the red zone. Finds him over the middle. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Now Seattle going to call it second timeout. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
From the gun, Milroe. Rose caught. He's out of bounds. Looks like right around the 5-yard line, partner. So they're going to be set up with first and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Milroe from the gun. Flush down now to his left. And don't leave just yet, fans. He's got it for the touchdown. And there's still a small chance, Brock, that this one isn't over. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
So a little pressure alleviated by the touchdown, but plenty still remains. Going to need to manufacture another trip to the end zone as they trail by 5.
This feels a little bit like a golf event to me, Kate, where those golfers who spend a big round not even looking at the scoreboard, not even know where they sit. Then when it gets down to winning time, they do know exactly what they need. And to consider that golf analogy, well, this team now needs a birdie when it matters the most.
They run it with Saquon. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. First down run netted them nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They go to Barkley again. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone, Brock. He's down to that 17-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
That's good for an Eagles
Come on,
first
come on.
down.
Hit.
Here's Barkley. Quite the turnaround these last two plays, huh? Nice gain on one.